my mobile phone. But I'm out having a walk and I thought I'd do a little live because look at Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's just going crazy at the moment. So what does this mean? And why is it happening? That's the thing. That's probably the question that's on everybody's lips. And is it going to last? Well, I always think that when you see this sharp uptake, you know, when it goes right up as quick as it's done, I mean, was it, I think when I looked a little while ago, it was about $118,000. I don't know what that is in pounds. I always follow it in dollars, to be honest, even though I'm in the UK. But when it goes up like that, I always worry that it's gonna crash back down. You know, it's gonna do a big retrace. And that could be the case. I can't see if there's any, the sun's so bright, I can't even see if I'm broadcasting properly. So let's have a look, let's find a bit of shade and see if I can see, because the screen is just completely black. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so anyway, so I think I'm broadcasting live. So Bitcoin, I'm always concerned when it goes up as quick as what it's done, because you never know whether it's going to just drop down again and go back down to that 80 odd grand. I mean, I don't see it going down as low as that, but I definitely feel it's gonna you know, go up and it's gonna have a pullback, because this morning I took a bit of profit out of my Bitcoin holding and I put that into a stable coin, ready that if, you know, Bitcoin does drop, I've locked in a bit of profit. But if it carries on going, I've still locked in some profit. I've taken it out, but also I can do what's called a buy back in, can't I? I can buy back in, and you know, if it drops down, and it's a win-win situation for me. And you know, you want to be, if you're holding any cryptocurrencies, you know, because they're all pumping at the moment, you want to be cautious that you don't get that greed, because if you look at the greed to fear index, there's a lot of people that are greedy right now and think, oh, it's going to go up and up and up, and it never does. It always goes up, it comes down, you know. So it's always worth taking your time with it, to be honest. Now let me show you where I am. Let's just spin this round. So right now I'm on the green in Kew Gardens. If you look round, this is the green. Over there is Kew Bridge, and then as we come round over here, you've got a church over here. There's a little dog running up to me here. You've got the church over there on the green, and then this building all the way over this side, all over there, that's Kew Gardens offices and whatnot, you know. So it's really nice around this area. It really is. I love it living around here. It's like a little village. That's what I like about Kew Gardens. But coming back to Bitcoin, now Bitcoin, is it going to keep going up? Are we going to see $130,000 Bitcoin, or are we going to see a massive pullback? But I don't like it when it does these big pumps. I know it's good to earn some profits, but when it does these big pumps, you can have them big pullbacks, can't you? And it can quickly go back down. So why is Bitcoin going up? Well, there's a lot of things going on at the moment. I know there's wars and things going on, but that's not really affecting it at the moment, because there's a lot of big money, you know, ETFs, and there's a lot of big institutions that are buying Bitcoin. And you know, supply and demand. Bitcoin's a limited resource. It can't go above 21 million. That's as many as it'll ever be. So it's a limited resource. It's like a digital gold, if you like. I think it's better than gold myself, and the reason being is, of course, store of value. But you know, let's take gold for example across borders. If you have gold and you decide that, you know, let's say that there's a war here in the UK and I want to get out of the country and I want to protect my family, and I decide to leave the country. Well, if I've got gold, I can't carry it in a suitcase, can I? I can't carry it. It doesn't matter whether you've got, you know, $1,000 worth of gold, or £1,000 worth of gold, or whether you've got £1 million worth of gold. Cross the border with it, it's very difficult. Second thing is, I can't take a piece of gold and I can't buy it off, can I, and go to the supermarket and you know, buy a loaf of bread or a bottle of milk. I just can't do it with gold. Where with Bitcoin, on the other hand, if I've got Bitcoin, I can go across borders. You know, I could get a plane this afternoon and I could have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, or I could have $1 million worth of Bitcoin. I can cross the border and I've still got access to my money. Wherever country I go in, I've got access. Providing I've got an internet connection, I've got access to my money. I'm not going to get mugged, am I? You know, because nobody would know if I've got Bitcoin or not, providing I don't carry my private keys and my wallet on my mobile phone. Then, you know, it's pretty safe, isn't it? You know, and somebody could say, oh yeah, they could hold a knife to your throat to take your Bitcoin, but they could hold a knife to my throat and take my money or take my my gold. So there's no difference there, is there? But the thing I like about Bitcoin, I can now go to the supermarket. I've got that Wirex card in my wallet here, and I'll just get it out. I've got this Wirex card, and I can go to the supermarket. That's my Wirex card. I can go to the supermarket and I can pop a bit of Bitcoin on there, which I always keep a bit of Bitcoin in there, and I can spend that. Sorry, the camera's wobbling because I'm trying to put my wallet back in my pocket. I can spend that wherever I want, and providing a store accepts MasterCard, I can use that card. So I can go to many countries in the world. Now, for example, when we went to China, we actually took a Visa card, but it's not, you can't use it in Visa cards. So my wife had WeChat and I got WeChat, and we just uploaded some, you know, put some cryptocurrency onto our WeChat money and converted it over to the Chinese yen. So it's so easy to do. And you know, so Bitcoin for me is the kiddie. And this pump, I'm only making this quick short because I'm going back home to do some videos now, but this quick broadcast I did is to tell you about, be careful when Bitcoin pumps this like this. If you're holding Bitcoin, don't be frightened to take a bit of profits. Don't get greedy thinking it's going to go up and up and up and up and up and up, because I think eventually over time it's going to go up, but in the short term you could get a massive pullback. So just be careful there when you're doing Bitcoin, you know, or any cryptocurrency. If it's got that massive pump, you want to make sure you lock in a bit of profit. And that's where I guess a trading robot would come in, wouldn't it? You know, a trading robot locks in your profit, like Johnny Blockchain, locks in your profit so that you don't let human emotions get involved. Anyway, I wanted to shoot that quick live while I'm on my bike ride, and I'm going to head home now. There, it's my electric bike. So I'm going to head home now and do a little bit of work on the computer. You have a great day. Thanks for watching. I know I didn't really put this out to let people know I was doing a live, but I did a quick live. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Tutty bye.